trying to more than her than do a feature. I fade away. What's up, guys? Hi. We're back. I was back home. We're back on the stream. Hope you guys are doing good. I see all the follows. I love you guys. Tabitha's back. Tab! Wow, I haven't talked to you in a while. Guys, fun fact. Tabitha ghosted me 2 years ago for another boy. Then she blocked me. They probably can't hear you. Let me turn off the threshold. Hold on. All right, come on. Come up here. Say hi to everyone. You're from TikTok? Thank you. Yeah, we went live earlier. Oh, I forgot you're sitting over here. My bad. Why did we become friends again?
Wait, we never stopped being friends.
Tab wants me for the clout. Are you using me?
Yeah.
No, actually.
No, actually, yeah. Why is there a mascara? Why do you have mascara? Whose is that? It's probably one of the 95 hot tub girls you had in your hot tub.
Every time I see you, Tommy's a player. Tommy has girls over. Tommy does this. Yes, this is a mascara brush. Martin, thank you for the sub. Tommy, please kiss her. I would never do such a thing.
Thanks. 'Cause he's respectful.
To some ugly. I'm kidding. I am completely kidding. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Kayla Patterson does want to do an E-date tonight, and we were just gonna do that, and Tabitha said, hey, we were just filming, hanging out, and I'm like, yeah, we can just stream like old times. Tommy, Tabitha is hot.
Food. They have food options.
We just ate.
Okay, leave me alone.
No, I'm not saying.
Well, he's judging me because I'm hungry. Love that. I love men. Wait, do you know what anchovy is?
Yeah, don't get anchovies.
I'm gonna get it just because you said not to. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Yeah. Okay, wait. If I want them to deliver it here, should I just like give me your address?
I believe anchovies are
What
fish.
do you mean? She's holding her phone completely fine. They're like, what?
Wait, what's happening?
Forget Tab. I'm here for Tommy. Sir Johnny. Beast.
There's nothing
My
there.
mom, oh, my mom's in here. Say hi to my mom.
Hi.
Mother. Hey, W mom. I want W mom in chat right now. And my mods. Who's modding right now? I want to know. Thank you for all the follows. Holy moly. Mr. Puri. Guys, Mr. Puri's hopping in the E-Date. We got a lot of boys coming in the E-Date. She's going to be my co-host. You're going to go on an E-Date.
Oh.
I was going to talk to them about that. She's going to be, not tonight, but soon. What are you ordering?
Coffee.
Why don't you just order it off my phone?
Don't let them see the address.
It's not even. I'm better. I'm hotter. Chat, I love you. Chat, Chat. Listen, chat, I love you. Chat, I want to lick you. Okay, wait. Can we get? Sorry. What do you want me to do?
It's so weird.
What do you want me to do? I'm confused.
Wait, is that the right
Yes.
address? Okay, wait. No, you have to put the instructions.
What instructions?
How do they know how to get up here?
What do you mean? I've never put instructions. They just know.
You just always do that and they put it at the door?
Yes.
Really? Do you make little notes say like, thanks, I think you're so cool?
I think you're ordering from Huntington's. Yeah, I should change that. You should change that. Chat, text to speech is on, by the way. It is on.
Chiropractor.
$1. I didn't want to put anything higher. I'm not even doing it. I just want to hear what you all have to say. Tab is freaking pretty. What's my body count? Tab, what do you think my body count is? Are you saying I don't pull or I do?
How come the words are in my head?
I'm not having any girls in the hot tub. Bro, chat, why y'all be so nice to me today? Like, why y'all... What? What should we do if we hit our sub goal? Hey, all right, chat, you know what? This is a perfect time. This is perfect. This is perfect. Chat, if we hit our sub goal, I know what I'm going to do. I'm really glad I thought of this. It's not... Do you want one of my hoodies?
Yeah.
Do you actually want one? Look, see that rack? Just grab anyone. No. Chat, what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do is... Okay. Who's subbing? Yo, the Pro Green, thank you so much. Hold on. I'm trying to set this up real quick. Because... Okay. We have a pool cam. If we hit our sub goal, I'm going to let Tabitha push me in the pool. I think. Because I would push you in, but... What do you mean?
You do. You have a Phil's here.
A Phil's?
Yeah.
Tab, look, but we have a pool cam. That's what you should be talking about.
Sorry.
Tab doesn't give a shit. That's the best pool cam we're probably gonna get. I'm not gonna lie. Has Tab seen Timmy? I have 2 kids. Before...
Is Tab a hooker?
What? Is Tab a what? Is Tab a hooker? Yeah, I'm completely paying her to be on the stream. Yeah. Yep, that's actually it. Completely. Yeah. Here are my kids. Here's one of them. It's Timmy and Timmy Jr.
I thought you were talking about the real one.
Dua Lipa.
I started Jewel Dancewear in 2011 when I was a teenager. I was going through a lot of changes with my body.
Man, live streaming, man.
Gentlemen, we have done something that is hard to do. We have got Myron Gaines out of the studio and somewhere else, man.
They actually kidnapped me. This is SOS to the FBI. I am held here against my will, and I'm surrounded by some Australians with masks.
Right. Anorection.
It's Sterling.
So yeah, man, I had to come get you because I know that you fucking sleep, like, because you stay up to like 4 in the morning and shit, or sunlight, like some kind of fucking, vampire.
My sleep schedule's messy.
And to be honest with you, I didn't know. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get his ass. So
and I appreciate
blew
that.
got him up, got him here, and here we are.
I got kidnapped against my will.
Yep.
Again, this is SOS out there.
Call Walt. Maybe Walt.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
Him. Yeah, he's nice. Probably
with some chick right now.
Yeah.
So I'm on my own.
It is what it is. So, bro, I'm so glad to have you here, man.
Happy to be here.
Because I know so many guys look up to you in a huge way. And so I had some things that I actually wanted to know more about when it came to Myron. And so I wrote them down, but I kind of feel like I got to memorize it at this point. I'll look later, but this is where I want to start, man.
Okay.
Tell me about young Myron. And I'm not talking about high school. I'm talking about, junior high. What was childhood like? Where you from? What was the household like? Give me the whole thing. Like, did you fuck with Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Or were you a power? Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like those types of things. Like, what were you into? What'd you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, boy.
Did you fuck with Ninja Turtles? Were you a Street Fighter guy? Or were you a Mortal Kombat? Like, give me the rundown of
all of them.
the
That was my
childhood.
favorite character, though.
Which
Guy
one?
was my favorite character on Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Scorpion on Mortal Kombat. And self-care. I started to
But
dress
you were looking
better.
behind the curtain.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So I started to dress better. Got a little bit more bust some Jordans. Got really more stylish. Right. Had my wave spinning back then. So I was driving a car and shit, so I had a job at Macy's at the time too.
Right, okay, cool.
Macy's security loss prevention, chasing after shoplifters.
Back when that's back when they used to let you tackle motherfuckers.
Yes, I used to be tackling them.
Yeah. You can't do that anymore. by the way.
No.
The new one's like just let it go.
Too?
Do what?
Did you work loss prevention too?
I worked in retail a little bit at a point in my life. It was in college.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were like, don't just let them take it.
Yeah. Senior
like,
high school, I picked up a job with Macy's I had worked at McDonald's, got fired from them my junior year of high school.
Why?
Okay.
Did you think I was gonna let that go? Did you think I was just gonna let you go? Yeah, you got fired.
Yeah, I got fired. So what happened was it was 3 strikes. So the first time, and this is in 2006, I was working at McDonald's. It was the McDonald's, for any of you guys that are in Central Connecticut, it was the McDonald's right by West Farms Mall.
All right.
Okay, on I think New Britain Ave, like right by the fucking Target.
Go egg their shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, go egg them.
So I worked at
We're gonna get a
McDonald's.
photo. Somebody's gonna egg.
Yeah, someone's then they're gonna blame
Tag
us.
me. I'll pay for it. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
So I worked at this McDonald's, 3 strikes. One time, my math sucks, right? I was always bad at math. I failed algebra. With the till was short one time because I miscounted.
Yeah,
my math sucks, right? Number 2, I got in an argument with a customer over a double hamburger. Like the lady comes through because they moved me to the drive-thru. After I fucked up the till, they moved me to the drive-thru.
Gotcha.
So she's like, "Oh, I want a double hamburger," and I was like, "What? We don't have no double hamburgers. What are you talking about, lady?" But this is when I started to realize like that people that eat at McDonald's a lot of the time eat there religiously. They get the same thing every day, same time of day, same exact thing. They know the price exactly what it is. So I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, lady, blah, blah. So she gets frustrated because she obviously makes this order every day. She's like, what the fuck? Who's this guy? And I was like, she's like,
I'm the guy that fucked up the tour last week.
Yeah, so she's like, where's the double hamburger? I was like, fuck it, I don't know. And then and then I hear her like speed up to the front, and I was like, oh shit. So I get out of there, right? Because she's mad. I see, you hear that shit on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Oh fuck.
I got the fuck out of there.
I got an angry Karen.
Yeah, so I already had a strike.
She's hungry.
Exactly. And she was fat too, fat bitch.
Yeah.
So the guy that I was working with, he told me all you had to do was put a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, double cheeseburger, take out the cheese.
I was like, oh man, okay, fine. And then the final strike came. So bad till, and then the double hamburger incident, and then the third issue was one time I was doing the drive-thru, and at the time, I don't know if you guys remember this, coning was a thing. Like people like coming to the drive-thru and fucking with the drive-thru people. This was like a thing people were doing back then. Right?
So what is that? They just
like
order
they'll
and
put a
then
cone on their head, or they'll record themselves doing stupid stuff. Like YouTube was just starting to like kind of like pop off with like pranking McDonald's employees at the drive-thru, right, with their fucking shitty flip phones.
Right.
So this girl pulls up, I'll never forget, it was like a dune buggy or some shit like that, Volkswagen buggy. And it's her and like 2 other girls in the back. I could see like some bitch in the back like recording like this. I'm like, oh, here we go, right? It's fucking, round one fight.
You can see the car, right?
As they're coming up.
Yeah, so like you have it in front of you?
Yeah, so they order, they're like, we want one cheeseburger.
But you can hear them and see them talk.
They go to so you don't see when they first order, you don't see it because they're around the corner and they're ordering at the sign.
And you don't have a camera at that point.
No, not yet. So so they make the order. So she's like, okay, 1 cheeseburger, just 1. I'm like, okay, are you sure? Right? Yes, 1 cheeseburger. Cool. All right, 106, right? Taxes, Connecticut taxes. So they come up to the window, and this girl in the back is kind of like recording, and there's like some fat bitch in the front, and then like some weird looking chick on the passenger side, and they're playing some strange disco music. Right?
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like, I was like, okay, that's gonna be 106. And I like put my hand out to get the payment.
Right.
And she's like, oh no, I wanted 2 cheeseburgers. And I'm like, what? No, you said you wanted 1. She was like, no, I wanted 2. And I was like, and at this point I'm pissed because I hit a Mount Tender. You can't go back.
Yeah.
Right? I remember this little touch screen, you can't go back. So I was like, no, you said you wanted 1. Because I remember asking like a couple times, right? Like, because I had this issue before, like where I could always confirm the orders. And he's like, no, you said you wanted 1. So we go back and forth for like 30 seconds talking about 1 burger, no 2, blah, blah, blah.
And that's always when they repeat it back to you.
Yeah,
always,
she got mad. So she goes, oh, you guys can't do anything right. And I was like, yeah, it's hard to do our job correctly when we got retards like you coming through the drive-thru.
Right.
It's like, how dare you? The customer's always right. Da, da, da. And I'm like, well, not this fucking time, bitch. And then the fucking, and then the manager overhears the whole goddamn thing. And but next thing you know, next day I come in, right? And they're like, I'm like going to clock in for my shift. They're like, no, Byron, come have a seat.
Yeah.
You already know what time it is. So they have a seat. I'm there with my little McDonald's shirt and the hat. And they're like, we're gonna have to let you go for poor performance, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, so like we're gonna need your stuff. And I was like, damn. But I gave him my McDonald's hat, my name tag, my shirt. Damn. And I just like I hopped.
Look at this chat, bro.
I walked out to McDonald's and I remember like jumping in there and like clicking my heels and I walked home. And it took me like 30 minutes because it was like 10 miles from my house. Well, no, not 10 miles. It was like 4 or 5 miles and I just walked the whole way. It took like an hour plus to walk.
Nothing funny happened.
So yeah, but that definitely taught me the importance of doing a good job. So I got fired from them and then I worked at Macy's doing loss prevention my senior year of high school. and I was tackling shoplifters and shit like that.
Right.
That was fun.
So how'd you take getting let go from McDonald's? Like, were you cool with it?
I was okay with it.
You
I was
cool?
okay with it, yeah. Because like I had saved up enough money to go to a Major League Gaming event, MLG, to go play Halo. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. And I had like saved up some money also to like buy Jordans and stuff. This is 06. I'll never forget. When I was working at that McDonald's, Jim Jones' "We Fly High" was the top record in the United States at the time.
Right?
Yeah, we fly high,
Yeah.
no lie. You know, you
Yeah,
know this. That was when that's how I remember that period, is Jim Jones was popping off back then, 06.
A lot of times you can connect music to the time. Yeah.
And then senior year, when I went into senior year, that's with the transition, the Mystery Method, the VH1 show made me realize, like, holy shit, like you can get girls. And then I started to like really improve on my appearance. I started getting rid of my acne. I started like whitening my teeth, getting my waves going, just becoming more aesthetic. Of course, I was skinny at the time. I was only 160 pounds and 6'3" at this point. My senior year, I finally hit my like height, and I was able to get a prom date, and then I lost my virginity prom night. So it took me a while to kind of like figure out girls, because like I had always struggled, and even then I still like had to like learn, you know, because people think they got to figure it out, and then you always like deal with like some kind of like obstacle, and you're like, damn, I need to learn this now, how to handle this objection, whatever. So that was like my first experience of like getting decent with ladies. I'd say decent. But.
Nice. So the prom date. This is like a really important one.
Yeah.
Were you dating this girl? You just took her? Did you know,
no, I
did
just
you know you were gonna smash? Like, what was the rundown? Like, because like your learning game at this point.
Yeah.
Like, were you just like eyeballing her, like sending her signals in the hallway? Like, what's up?
Yeah. So she had like originally like curved me because I had like tried to hit on her before, and it failed because like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then my senior year of high school, we went to prom, and I had an inkling that because her close friend was dating my best friend at the time.
Nice.
So I knew I had some insider info that she did like me. So I was like, okay, cool. After like I did the self-improvement stuff.
Right.
So, but we weren't like dating or anything. She was just a prom date.
Right.
So, because she had just broken up with her boyfriend, so of like a year or two. So like it was kind of like a rebound, I guess.
So you got to navigate that back. So was there like an after party or?
No, there was yeah. There was
How
like
did you tee it up, man?
Yeah, so
How did you tee it up?
So I had just got a credit card, right? I was just turned 18. I had just got a credit card. My parents, they didn't know this shit, but maybe now they know. This is 2008. At 18 years old, I got a hotel for us, and there was an after party after the prom, but it was trash. So we ended up leaving early, and we went to that hotel, and we did the deed.
Nice.
And I was like, finally nice. And it was weird though. Like I don't even think I busted that first time. I was like, yeah, because I had a condom on it, didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
So it was fun.
Like, your dick was so hard, you're like slamming up, like fucking everywhere.
You know, just like doing. I think I just saw they do it in the porn video.
Yeah, like this is what I think I saw, dude. Oh man.
Like a fucking fish out of water, like all this crazy shit. So.
But you got that under your belt, man. I know some guys some guys worry about that, like they don't want to carry that card. Mm-hmm. I don't personally think that's as big a deal as a young guy makes it out to be, but like when it's you, that's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you build a certain level of confidence. And so what did that event for you, losing your virginity, what did it do for you as far as your progression as a man?
It was like getting a big monkey off my back. Yeah. Because it's like something that I got made fun of like my entire high school like career. Like I got made fun of. You get no bitches. Like, you know, like at my school, right? So like my school was like pretty urban. Like it was a fairly mixed school. So like we had a big Polish population, but we also had a huge Puerto Rican population. We had a good amount of African Americans as well. So it was very diverse. So, but like that was the thing I remember, like, because we used to talk shit to each other in school. This is why, like, nowadays, like,
it would be hazing, right?
Bullying is so bad, like bullying is so bad. I was like, bro, if you went to school like where I went, they would literally, if you wore the same like shirt twice, they would like, you fucking bum, you got no bitches, you dirty nigga, blah, 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 blah. So they would just cut on you in the hallway like for hours, man. They would roast you. So, so yeah, it was like getting a monkey on my back. Cause I remember that's what they said. You fucking nerd, you a loser, you got no bitches. So, yeah. So you knocked that out. Finally. And so you graduate high school. Yes. And it's like, did you know you were going to college? So, okay. So when I was going, so I was like a C plus B minus student. Right. Which is like.
What most successful people do, by the way.
Yeah, there you go, guys. High school is it's not the end of the world if you're not that great of a student. So after I graduated from high school, I applied to a couple colleges, got declined.
Okay.
Right. So I was like, damn, am I going to enter the workforce? I was thinking about joining the military. I was like literally very close to joining the Marines. And then
This dude had to have applied only if he was getting B's and C's. He had to have applied only to like these major places, or maybe not. I don't know, but I find it baffling when people say that they couldn't find a place.
And the other option was, and my mom, I got to thank her for this. She was able to get me into a program that like took students like me that had potential, but like were kind of like, you know, fuck ups or whatever, and give them a shot at like going to like a summer program. And if you did well at the summer program, they accept you into the school. And the school that offered this was Central Connecticut State University, which is in New Britain, Connecticut, right down the street from where I used to live. So I used to like walk to school. So I ended up doing that summer program, did well, got into CCSU, did a year there, right? The Blue Devils. After I did a year there, I was like, dude, I got to get the fuck out of New Britain, right? Because I was literally walking to college, right? It was right down the street. It was closer than my high school.
So your parents were like on you.
Yeah, my mom was on me. She was like, they wanted me to go to college. Like, they were like, you need to go to college. And this is like, you know, common with foreign parents. Like, you need to get education. You need something to fall back on, blah, blah, blah. Like, they didn't want me to go to community college. They didn't want me to go to the military. Even though now as an adult looking back, community college is actually really smart. But they were more interested in like, you know, in the Sudanese culture and the Islamic faith, like especially when you're a foreigner, like it's very important for your parents to be able to say, my son goes here, or my kid does this, or whatever. Like a lot of the time, the parents' value comes from the success of their child. A lot of the time,
Right.
So they didn't want, and I had like cousins and stuff like that going to UConn, going to good ass schools, going to Ivy Leagues, whatever it may be.
So you had to go down the street.
So I had to do something. Yeah. So I ended up going to CCSU for a year, and then that kind of made me realize, like, dude, if I'm going to go to college, I got to get the hell out of my comfort zone. Like, I was still walking home every day and all this other shit. So I ended up applying to.
You also couldn't smash.
Yes, I couldn't do that either.
Yeah.
It was terrible. So you definitely couldn't smash. So.
Where's your dorm room? Oh, my mom's house.
My mom's house down the street. You want to go? So what I did was I went to CCSU for a year, and I applied for a transfer to Northeastern University in Boston.
Nice.
So I ended up getting accepted because I had a really good GPA. Because college, college was easier than high school. Like, because you could take classes on your time. Like, my thing is, I'm not a morning person, as you guys know.
Yeah.
So in high school, I was always struggling to get up and go to school. So like with college, all my classes were at night. I was able to make it happen, and I was working the loss prevention too, making some extra money. So I applied to Northeastern, get in. I'm super stoked. I moved to Boston in 2009. While I'm there, I get approached by a guy named Brogan Graham, who, if you guys look him up, he's verified on Instagram now. He's the founder of the November Project. Brogan Graham, shout out to him. He's my rowing coach.
Nice.
And he's like, yo, listen, you look like you're in it. Because at this point, I had started going to the gym in 2008. As soon as I graduated high school, June 2008, I started going to the gym, so I started putting on size.
Who inspired you to start going to work out? 'Cause I feel like this is a huge part of a man's life. And in fact, I put fitness as number one.
Yeah.
So what was a turning point for you where you're like, I gotta get these muscles, bro?
I got bullied.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you.
Why on earth? I would say that I technically have been gymming since I was like 12. Even if they were small weights, I still went to the gym. I'm not literally to a gym. Not literally, but I still worked out. How did that happen? Well, my dad kept that stuff in the house, so. But this guy saying that he got bullied in college over that, I find that baffling. I almost don't believe it, but I don't know where he's from or what kind of things go down there.
I'll tell you that the exact moment when it happened, when I hit that transition. I was sitting in it was my senior year of high school. It was around May.
Oh, high
a
school.
month or two left of school.
Right.
I'll never forget this. And there's this kid behind me His name was Mike. I know his full name, but I wouldn't want to blast it.
Can't relate. I can't relate because I did not go to high school.
And I'll never forget, he was sitting behind me, and I was so thin, right, that he goes like this. He like grabs my arm like this, like, damn, dude, you're fucking skinny, right, with his like 2 fingers here, but behind me like this, right, does the shit on the tricep. Damn, dude, you're skinny. And I remember people laughing, because I was about 6'2", 6'3", 160 pounds, and like at that instant, I was like, I gotta fucking change, right? Because like it made me realize right then, like, yo, if this dude could fucking do this shit to me, I gotta be able to like, you know, defend myself or be able to, you know, have some kind of like, because the thing is, if you take care of yourself in the gym, people are going to just respect you off of the weight, because you command a certain type of presence, right? When you walk in and you're in shape.
It's a respect thing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know, so a lot of the times, if you're in good shape, the body does the talking for you, because they know you're not going to build that physique being a pussy.
Right.
So after I graduated high school, I made a very concerted effort to go to the gym. So I started working out at this gym called Big Sky right in Newington, Connecticut. I started working out there, and then I put on a good amount of size. I gained like 50, 60 pounds, you know, dirty bulking or whatever. And then in 2009, when I went to college, I had built up a pretty good physique, like muscular foundation. So that's when this coach comes by and sees he's a rowing coach, Rogan, and at the time Northeastern to this day is still a Division I rowing program. But the beauty about rowing is like you can get taught rowing. Rowing isn't hard necessarily to like learn, but to learn it at a high level and get in shape for it is what makes it hard. So because it's very based on fitness. So because the technique of rowing in itself is fairly easy. To row really well, you got to get really good. It takes, you know, each, I guess, percentage to get better. It takes way more skill, but it's very heavily based on endurance and fitness. So I was in good shape at the time, and Rogue was like, yo, you want to come in? So I went to this walk-on meeting, got picked up, ended up rowing for Northeastern. And the funny part is I can't even fucking swim. So it was hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
You know how many easy stereotypes I could just drop on you?
Dude,
now?
There were so many jokes. Fuck the black guy on the team, can't swim. Ha ha ha.
Don't flip the boat.
Don't flip the boat. We're gonna die.
They should have made you do it with a life jacket on.
They made that joke too. They made that joke too, bro. It's fucking funny.
They're awesome, bro.
Yeah, like I'm a terrible swimmer. Like I'll fucking drown like, you know, I sink. So I did that for about 4 years, right? And it was Division I, made a lot of close friends. It created a lot of discipline in my life, because when everyone...
What are these comments, bro?
We used to wake up every...
Just a laughing emoji. It was not that funny. Wasn't that funny, man.
Oh, Lord. What's up?
I was noticing a lot of hair loss. Started being known as car ain't got no roof.
Definitely looked like a skunk look. That big like highway like going through the side. I was like, oh, okay, I can't do this anymore.
I went to forhims.com, started the consultation, and within a few days, got my products.
The process.
You can lose weight your way.
Thing that if you use it one time, you are addicted.
Vascular in my full body workouts for my athletics.
Arms and shapes your shoulders at the same time.
Well, my next guest says that a good workout only has to last 60 seconds.
Loss puzzle. I've got highly effective, all natural weight loss aids that you can add to every meal.
How are you inspiring others, right, to find themselves? That is the ultimate championship. So, won 5 championships, that's great. Another team won a championship this year. Team's gonna win a championship next year. Those things come and they go. But what stays is, how do you use your passion and use that to inspire somebody else to create their passion? And then how can they pass that on to the next person? That is true success.
What am I watching? What did you just watch?
What's up, guys? Myron Gaines here today. Gonna talk. Hey, pay attention. Pay attention. Today, we're gonna talk about how to approach a woman during day and night. I know you guys are waiting on this one. Let's get into it.
We're not waiting on that. You know, if anybody really wants to know how they can achieve anything, it's to stop watching basically any of this. Well, at least that's part of it, because honestly, nobody's nobody's I forgot what I was saying.
Regardless of what you think about Andrew Tate, as far as I know, he has not been convicted of any crime, and yet he has been universally banned off the internet. And here's what he had to say about it.
Tried to log in Instagram a couple hours ago, it wouldn't let me. I have good people in the case. I trust due process with Instagram. The one thing that's a little bit annoying, I know that some people would be very, very uncomfortable in my position. Not many people can sleep at night with the kind of death threats I've been getting, but for me, it's been fine, right? So I would get 10 to 20,000 death threats a day via Instagram, and they would take no action. I have millions and millions of people who are my fans, and I was literally teaching them and telling them on Instagram 3 days ago, if you want to defend me, then stick up for me in a respectful way. Even if they're insulting me or threatening my life, do it in a respectful way, because just arguing back and forth in a bitter, immature, hate-on-hate way isn't going to work. And I was trying to teach respect to all these millions of young men. And now, who knows where they're going to go?
My name's According, and if you enjoyed this, leave a like on it and subscribe or follow for more.
Dudes been kicked off, and people, it's really the same as kicking somebody out of a club or something. Like, they probably won't let him back on. He's saying that he trusts due process. It could be something like not related to his suspected crimes or anything like that. Could just be like the culture of the company. Like, they don't want that kind of stuff. They don't want him on the platform because they're left-leaning, possibly, and yeah, they just don't want that kind of stuff. So I don't consider it a doubt that he's going to get back on, to be perfectly honest with you.
Your story. It lives in a place like no other, where courage is essential, strength
Like-
is standard, and neighbor.
Yeah.
This doesn't surprise me, just like he said it doesn't surprise him. It doesn't surprise me. And to be perfectly honest with you, even though I don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm neither disappointed nor satisfied with a ban or anything like that. Like, it doesn't bring me joy that he's been banned, and it doesn't, I don't find it a great offense or something so unfair that he's been banned. Doesn't make sense. That's within their right, you know?
Wow.
Oh, he's perished. Nature is healing.
That's right. You put in a call to Susan.
Nature is healing.
Finally. You finally did it.
Wait, was he banned on YouTube?
No, but that would be too obvious. You called he called Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg called the Twitter guy.
I'm sure Keemstar is trying to figure out how he could pin this on me.
Right.
Yeah, so he hasn't been banned on YouTube, unfortunately, but he was banned on Facebook and Instagram. And and where else was he? Is it Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram?
Yes.
That's
Wow,
pretty
that's a
huge.
big one. That's like Alex Jones level.
That's
banning.
like you're off the planet. Bye.
His YouTube channel. Yeah. He's on Twitch a lot. That's kind of the other thing. Like he's on live now with Aiden Ross right now, being like talking all kinds of bullshit. And Aiden Ross is just being like a pathetic simp for him. What a loser. Okay, wait. This is a new Ethan. We're not starting
I
beef.
need the buy dog like as a sign so I can hold it like that. You know the buy dog.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Yeah, so I've got details on that. It's gonna be fun to talk about and tap dance on his grave.
There.
He's a giant piece of shit. Though people being like, "Are you really in favor of deplatforming?" Bitch, he should be in jail.
Yes.
Deplatforming. I want to deplatform his life. He needs to forfeit his freedom and be in jail.
Deplatform him the way Bill Cosby was deplatformed.
Yeah, exactly. Meta, aka Facebook, confirmed that Tate was removed from Facebook and Instagram for violating its policies and cited Meta's guidelines on dangerous individuals and organizations. Straight up mobster, human trafficker. A specific reason was not given. I find it interesting that, like, Facebook, Instagram were like, oh, this guy's a human trafficker. Let's get him off our platform. But YouTube's like, cool.
I'm the meat chef.
Yeah, and I mean, they're at the cutting edge of a lot of things. Technology is one of them, as Dan correctly points out. Yeah, so do you find it interesting that Facebook was the one?
Yeah, to bring justice for once.
Because it seems like YouTube is usually faster to act on these issues.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Or, I guess...
Who did it first? Was it... Because it's also Twitter, right?
So, he has technically been banned on Twitter for years.
Oh.
But he had secret alts.
Okay.
That was open secret. Like,
Yeah.
people obviously knew it was him. But they're constantly stamping out those alts. And so that's actually... The Instagram and Facebook thing is the bigger news.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so there you go. I mean, round of applause. I mean, and a happy fuck you to Andrew Tate and his dumbass brother.
Please clap.
Suck my dick, bitch.
We need a Jordan Peterson. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Here's a screenshot of his Instagram.
Fuck you.
What, did he have a really big Instagram page?
4.7 million followers.
Oh, see you later, fuck boy.
And fuck you if you don't like it.
It's just empty.
Yeah.
Like this. See how he's sitting alone by himself?
Right.
That's you now. 4-time kickboxing world champ. Come on. Of what classes? The fucking Karate Kid shit? A bunch of get into
the All Valley tournament.
Yeah.
Under 18.
A bunch of 15-year-olds.
Cobra Tate never dies. Cobra Kai never dies.
Love that. Love to see it. Love the tap dance on your grave, my friend. Yeah, 4.7 million, and then is Hassan having a meltdown about this?
Yeah, he's upset.
Oh shit, Hassan is pissed. My co-host says if they can ban Andrew Tate, they can ban all of us. Rise up, Tater Tot. You know that's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what they're saying about Trump. I mean, if they can go for Trump having nuclear secrets, then they can come for any of us.
Yep.
I love the tater tots.
Mm-hmm.
Come for my nuclear secret.
You can come for your nuclear secrets. You can come for your sex dungeon. You know.
Oh, he's trending. This is a big story. Andrew Tate banned from Facebook and Instagram. We love that.
Lovely.
I don't know what this is, but they're coming for his YouTube channel now. We discovered YouTube is making millions of dollars in ads placed on videos promoting violence against women by notorious TikTok influencer Andrew Tate.
I guess I did something to piss off the Instagram gods.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again.
period of time, we're in gangs or armies. This is how we've always been. So
competition is the key to everything.
It's the health. It's the key to masculinity. Men, for the longest human period of time, were in gangs or armies. This is how we've always been. So if my brother, who's bigger than me, drops and starts doing it, well, I'm gonna sit there and go, I don't feel like it. So you have to be competitive. This is another thing that actually ties into things we're talking about, where it's actually detrimental when women and men live together completely and exclusively. Women always say this. When women get a real G, they try to attach themselves to you. Don't live with your boys anymore. Live with just me. Come on, we'll be a real couple, blah, blah. And I understand why they want that, because they want to remove you from all the of, right? The girls to parties to fun. They want you to completely rely on them so they have power and control over you. But if you live exclusively just with a chick, you are not going to be as competitive as a man.
So it's not smart.
It's not, well, it's going to make her happy. That's fine. But I'm talking about purely emotion out of it, logically. You're not going to be as competitive as a man as if you lived with your boys who are competitive.
Well, they won't let me read the article.
TikTok is
It's definitely not the end.
This is big on
Not yet.
Yeah, dude. Him getting banned on TikTok would actually be.
But maybe this is the beginning.
He's not on TikTok.
That's what happened, right?
Fall in line when one of them does it.
So I tagged Andrew Tate, #Andrew Tate on a TikTok I made recently when he was explaining the importance of drinking water. Did we show that on the show?
No, we didn't.
Oh, can you pull up my TikTok? But I did Andrew Tate. Look how many. It had like 15 billion videos, or 15 billion
on
views.
The hashtag, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a fountain of knowledge. I posted this on TikTok.
Thirsty or dehydrated. I have this thing where if I ever find myself thirsty and dehydrated, what I do is I drink the whole bottle at once. And the reason I do this is to rehydrate myself. Because the reason I'm thirsty is because I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
You're thirsty.
Your story. It lives in a place like no other, where courage is essential, strength comes standard, and
Yeah, I mean this is hard hitting stuff.
Yeah.
Is this part of course in hustle?
I'm sure that had more in the clip. Like, I don't know what that was. Like, there's things that are said that actually make a lot of sense. But most of it, I would say, is a bit unprincipled. Surface level, as Destiny said, but even Destiny's arguments versus Sneeko, unprincipled, surface level, to a large extent. Like, Sneeko has clips where he's bragging or whether she's explaining his approach to getting women, and he says whatever it is they want, he'll become in that moment. So whatever lie he needs to tell, he'll tell it in that moment. And so there you have the lack of principle, where lying's only wrong in the cases where he wants it to be wrong, and it's right in every other case.
The towers already had a terrorist attack against them. It's not surprising that you would get insurance on it. They'd already tried to blow up the Twin Towers before.
I didn't know that part.
Okay, yeah, there was a 93 bombing where a dude parked a truck.
I'm not saying that you trust the government
No,
blindly.
you gotta listen to me, dude. I'm not saying that. I don't trust it blindly. You
do
trust
trust the
people on
government.
BitChute blindly, okay? Chill.
And you still
Hold
trust
on.
them.
If you're gonna listen to me, you need to listen to what the I'm saying instead of just repeating like these
listening to
retarded.
what the fuck you're saying.
No, you're a bot, dude. You repeat
the
the most
fuck are you
bot.
saying?
You repeat the most bot talking points ever. Okay. So this is my understanding, and I'd have to go back and read more. Okay, because I don't know everything. This is my understanding of how justification.
But I'm the bot.
This is my understanding of how you don't even know anything about any of these topics. Okay. So
homework before you watch a movie. Yeah.
yeah, because I like to do my homework. The justification for the Iraq War came from a special division that was created by Bush. This is the issue at the end of the day, okay? The issue is that you have a highly complicated event that's involving lots of people across really the entire world.
When President Trump needed someone to fight Cuomo and stand up for him, he called on Nick Langworthy because he's the pro-Trump, America First conservative. New York needs to take the fight to Biden and Pelosi. Conservative Nick Langworthy for Congress.
Took a mirror to the back. I was like, oh, wow. My Harris did a search and found hymns.
Red pillars will make some observations that are true, and then they get wild with it. And they go off into these crazy places where it's like, I understand where you're starting from, but the places that you could go in such a better direction. Back then, online only existed to augment your real life.
Yes.
The reason why you got social media is because it helped you connect with friends more. Because back then, like, a lot of us weren't using cell phones as much yet. It wasn't a requirement to text everybody.
Yep.
Like
MySpace.
yeah. And people use these things to make their real life better. But at some point, past 15 years,
It became real life.
It became real life.
Yeah.
Women have stepped into more and more traditionally masculine roles. They're earning more money. They're handling their they're stable. There's more to them than just looking pretty. This is what women have done. But men are not allowed to step in traditionally feminine roles. If you were black and you wanted to buy houses in certain areas,
couldn't buy it, yeah, you
you
couldn't get a
literally couldn't
mortgage.
do it. Yeah, which is, and again, not to make excuses because today is today and you can't go into the past and change anything. You have to work as hard as you can today. But it pisses me off when you get some of these white motherfuckers that have had houses that have been in their families for fucking generations looking at people.
Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast. Well, Sneeko, not you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tired of you.
Been
at this
here all
point.
week, bro.
Yeah, he's about to be our neighbor here soon. So you guys are about to see him pop up. Like, it's going to be crazy. You're going to see him in the chat 1 minute, like, yo, this bitch
Straight
is
to the
annoying.
chat,
And he's just going to pull up
roasting
and just, like, shit on them. But I guess we'll start with you, Sneeko, and then Destiny can introduce himself.
Sneeko, my second channel. You know me. I've had a lot of debates with Destiny recently. And, shout out to Act for calling me stupid for the last debate with Destiny. Stupid. Come on, man.
Okay, so this Destiny or whatever the fuck his name is, basically he's making him look fucking stupid.
Come on, man. Come on, Act. Thought we were cool, man.
AK.
I mean, he is stupid. He's not. Sneeko is not like up there in like. He's not knowledgeable about the topics he talks about. He just talks out of his ass. Like the stuff he gets his knowledge from are the YouTubers. They are the podcasters. And that's just not an appropriate place to get to know anything.
He'll probably be here sometime this summer, so. Yeah. Well, summer's almost over, but in the fall, maybe. Anything else?
Nah, that's why I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Fantastic. Destiny, welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man.
Thanks for having me on. Destiny, I was the not stupid one in that debate. Thank you very much, Ak. I don't know anything about you, but I appreciate the compliments. So, yeah, you can find me at youtube.com/Destiny. I do politics, philosophy, video games, whatever.
Awesome.
Some would call me blue-pilled, maybe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, can you tell the people why you're banned? Because I did not know that you were banned off Twitch until right before we started the stream.
What happened, bro?
Yeah, if you could talk about it.
Sure. Just basically, I've always had kind of like a center-left political position, which like 5 years ago in the gaming space was pretty far left.
Yeah.
But the scene has changed a lot over time.
Yes, it has.
And yeah, stuff has gotten way, way, way farther left. So I think the ban was because I had a position that I didn't believe that trans women should be competing in the same leagues as cisgender women.
Real women. How dare you?
Oh, you bigot?
Yeah, basically. And then I think I got banned for that.
Sexist, bro.
Maybe, but all they do is they tell you that they ban you for hate speech, and they don't actually tell you what it was for. But I don't say like any hateful slurs or anything. And I guess the way that I see it is that you've kind of got like this progressive establishment that has basically, through all of these kind of like academic terms, have like built up this idea that you can say like men, white people, the Mayo side, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like every other racial minority is super protected. can't make fun of black people, can't make fun of Hispanic people, can't, right? And then if you're white, there's like 50 million things you got to worry about. When you have that type of attitude, and then it becomes pervasive on your side, then, I mean, invariably, there's going to be other people that will start to speak to the disaffected people that you're pushing out. And I think that part of the red pill has been that there are people on, I'll say the right, I don't know if you guys would consider yourselves to be the right, there are people on the right that are willing to speak some uneasy truths that people on the left just won't acknowledge.
Yeah.
You know? And as long as you're not willing to acknowledge something that's true, you're going to lose to the people that are willing to acknowledge what's true. And I think that red pillars will make some observations that are true, and then they get wild with it. And they go off into these crazy places where it's like, I understand where you're starting from, but the places that you go, you could go in such a better direction. And that's kind
what
of
we've been
what
arguing about
my engagement
on
has been
stream
with like
for-
the red pill. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I agree with that. Like, I mean, I've talked about it. That's a big reason why we get dragged so much is because I've said it a million times. The public enemy number one is the white male. It's how you galvanize the left is you need a common enemy. It's what Hitler did to unite Germany. White man bad. They came here, colonized, and they enslave everybody, etc. But if you're like a woman, you're a colored person, whatever it may be, you're considered a protected class, and you can say whatever you want. It's only racism, right, if it's on a protected class. But if you make fun of a Caucasian guy, talk shit about him, even a white girl. We've had girls come on this podcast to say derogatory terms about white people, and no one bats an eye. And my thing is just this. We talked about this with Sneeko the other day. You know, we'll have people run around saying Black Lives Matter and Black Power, and you know, we need to have Black-owned businesses, and you need to marry a Black woman. You should need to be with your kind. We need to keep our roots strong. Black lives, right? You know, Black Power. Could you imagine if we reversed it around? White Power. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no. KKK. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you guys are racist. Blah blah blah. But it's only racism when white people do it. It's not racist the other way around, and it goes back to that logic thing that I talked about. If you put it on the other side, it doesn't make sense, and it does not in this case.
I will say, let me represent the other side a little bit. I think there are reasons for that. I think there are reasons why, and everybody at this table knows. If you hear a guy say Black Power, it's whatever. But if you hear a dude say White Power, you're like, hold on, what do you mean by that, right? It's like
I actually don't think it's whatever. Actually, just the reason it's whatever is a feature of the fact that people today are still pretty fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not whatever. It's not. I was talking with someone from work once, and they asked me if I feel like, they were asking me if I feel like some sort of connectedness or something to my race or something. Are they my, something like, and then he phrased it saying your people. You know what I mean? Everybody's like my people, you know, when they refer to other black people, my people. Well, which, by the way, oh my gosh, it would not be looked at well if he said my people, talking about white people. But you should, that's the thing. It's strange either way. It is very strange because they're all people, and your people should be just people. You know what I mean? It's not. It's all for the same reason. There's something going on when you say black power or any other type of power. There's something going on. We've just agreed that there's nothing wrong with it. People have just decided that there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm saying you've been wrong this whole entire time. Dun dun dun. Oh my god. Nobody cares. one of those experiences, do they all involve money? I would say no, not the best ones. And it honestly is not a healthy thing to be focused on that entirely. It's not. It's not. And at the same time, they're saying work on yourself, though. So I don't entirely understand what Destiny's saying, because there's quite a lot of it that's about working on yourself, and not just in terms of like worldly things, like your personality and the things you believe. So, not for people like Fresh and Fit, and not for people like Shiniko. They do not discuss these things, not to my knowledge. Not in a healthy way, anyway. I believe the question would be, are they really having a good time? Because that's just his observation. I would not trust a thing that he says about any of. That's just his observation. He's observing and saying, well, clearly they're having a good time. But if they're living with rats everywhere or whatever he said, like, if the rest of their week consists of drama, which it may or may not, like it would really be, you really have to experience to find out whether or not it's worth it or not. And why can't I have the best of both worlds? Which is what we should be discussing. Like, what's the point of these hypotheticals where each one has horrible downsides? Because you generally can fix any issue. You can't. And that should be the thing that we're selling. It should be very specific solutions. And I don't think that it's wrong to say that there's a way to get a nice car out there, or a nice house, or the women. I think that it's only bad if you forget all the other stuff that matters too. Those things are quite fleeting. But if you forget but if you remember the stuff about that relates to the soul and productivity, then I don't think it matters if you talk about those other things. That's actually true, but it's because you don't know how to explain why. And it's because you agree with him that you keep agreeing. Sneeko keeps agreeing with these guys on the fact that the world is scammy or something. You know what I mean? Like for someone to get rich, someone else has to suffer horribly. He agrees with them on that. He has agreed with them on that on multiple occasions. And I can't continue to watch this. But the amount of things you could say about these guys are endless because, and that's why Destiny makes all these guys look like children, man. It's because the dude is way more well researched than anyone I know in my life. Like, the dude puts in the work.